Okay, this week we're going to do some hanging basket production. Each site is going to grow quite a few hanging baskets, but to set the hanging basket system up, you need to first talk about, are you growing a monoculture in your basket, or are you growing a combo? And you want to start your baskets with enough time so that they have time to grow and fill in together and look like one plant, even though you just don't put one plant in the middle, because timing and scheduling allows for you to start with multiple plants. And so what we've done, because it is a one semester thing, we want to get the baskets ready in the next 12 weeks. So we're going to start with plugs that have been purchased in. And so we purchase patented plants through liners where we get tags. The tag says what the trademark name is of the special vegetative clonal propagation of a plant, which will do well in a hanging basket. I got 4 different varieties this year. We're going to put 3 in a basket in most cases, and then we're going to let them grow out, and in 12 weeks, under good nutrient mix, nutrient management, and pinching, we're going to have a decent basket, great size basket, sellable and ready to go. And so here's how we do it. We fill the 12-inch hanging basket with soil. We want to make sure this is smoothed off. This will settle a little bit, but we want consistency and uniformity in these baskets, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to punch 3 holes in there. And you notice I don't put all 3 holes in the middle, and I don't put all 3 holes all the way around on the outside. I'm making a triangle closer towards the middle with my 3 holes. Now I have these liners. This is called a 102 liner. This the size is, there's 102 per tray. I'm just going to drop that in there, pinch it in. Drop it in there, pinch it in. Drop it in there, pinch it in. Shake this off a little bit, and now this needs to immediately get watered. Put on the system. In this case, we're going to put this on drip. We're going to set the drip to the spray configuration. Point it in towards the middle. This will grow a good hanging basket. If we connect the wires to these holes for the hanging basket part of it, we can put this up here in our hanging basket hanging system with our emitters here punched in to the basket, and we'll have a row of 50 hanging baskets hanging suspended, utilizing the extra space in the greenhouse. And so what we're expecting is about 6 to 8 weeks from now, when these plants are up and getting bigger, we'll give them a light pinch. That'll encourage the branching. These will branch and grow together, and we want a basket that's more than 12 inches in diameter. We want the plants coming out 4 to 6 inches on all sides, and then we just want a mound of foliage that's growing. All right, covered with flowers. A lot of times these are heavily flowering types of baskets. There's nothing wrong with starting 5 plants in here if you wanted a really interesting other kind of combo. It's going to take less time for it to develop. You could put one very desirable plant right in the middle and maybe grow it for 18 to 20 weeks. You just would pinch it multiple times to get it to bush out. Okay, that's hanging basket production, pretty standard. Hanging baskets aren't the best thing for Arizona. Being in a container, this will dry out really fast, and so people take these away. They're beautiful, they look great for Mother's Day, but realistically, not a lot of hanging baskets make it through the summer, because a plant like this in the greenhouse, we're going to be watering this 2 to 3 times per day when it gets big and lush and a lot of foliage on it. Imagine hanging this outside where it's exposed to the sun, exposed to the dry air, and to our intense May, June, July, low humidity times of the year. And so I don't have a lot of confidence in hanging baskets in Arizona, but man, the public sure eats them up, and we sure like to tell them the truth. And if they plant this in the ground or somewhere where they're certain that they can water it, it'll do amazing and it'll do great. A lot of times hanging baskets aren't frost tolerant, so they will eventually die at the end of the season unless they're brought in. So lots of fun with hanging baskets, and we're going to sell a ton of them at the plant sale, and they're going to be beautiful. So help me do that this week.